Welcome to this episode of the Public Nuisance Podcast, brought to you from Killen Studios, right here, where you can get all your content done, from photo shoots to podcasts tailored for you. With us today, we have our very own Sean Casey.
It's a pleasure.
Cheers for coming on, lad.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
I've been seeing the clips everywhere. And I was
crack.
actually saying to my dad, like, me and Dad would have followed your boxing career, because I boxed for about 10 years and just through the amateurs and stuff. So Dad wouldn't even know a lot of the people that I go on their podcast or even the people that I bring in mind. But I was like, Sean McComb asked me to go on the podcast. He's like, fuck no way.
You should have brought him up, fuck's sake. We could have got a 3-way going here.
Oh, fuck. He would have been here all day.
Oh, fuck, you'd love that. Because there was a fella I had on before, and he was the same. He was just like a follower, and I didn't know who the guy was. And he was messaging me all the time, like reacting to all the clips and all, saying, mate, podcast is brilliant and all. And I know a fella that knows him, and he's a therapist, like a trauma therapist, and I got him on, and he was like, what? I was like, well, come on, bring it on for a bit of crack. Because he supports the podcast big thing, because every episode he's always commenting and stuff.
That's the best people to bring on too. People
and I actually really enjoyed that episode where he was good crack, but he was giving you a wee bit of insight of what he does and who he deals with, and it was class, like. Fucking, you can't beat it, like when you get a good conversation going.
It's good to get that variety of people into, like therapists, 100%. People in sports and stuff. You could easily just do your podcast and just get boxers on or sports people on, but it's always interesting when you get sick of talking about the same things too.
Exactly, like. You're repetitive. I think people, when I first started, people always thought I was going to get all boxers. I think I've only had like one or two on, maybe.
What was the thinking behind starting the podcast? Seeing them pop up everywhere. Do you
know what happened? I done like Shane Todd had me on his podcast a few times, and loads of people were like writing me saying you need to start your own podcast because they were like funny and a bit of crack. And then Shane was saying me, you need to do your own podcast. You'll be good at it. And then I had stories up. Like them questions you do on your Instagram. Like people asking questions, and people were saying, when are you going to start your podcast? Your own podcast. And I was like, I'll think about it. No, maybe the end of the year. And then Ryan had seen it, and he just messaged me because he done the content in our gym. He was like, you looking to do a podcast? I was like, I've been thinking about it, like, and he's like, I've got a studio, want to check it out? I was like, sweet, let's go. And then here we are.
It's going well. Here we are. Fucking grenade bar clip.
Fucking.
Oh,
that's
a cracker.
Lenny tried to get me a grenade bar this morning, and I went, you pay for it? And he says,
you're probably barred from fucking Apple Green now.
I haven't been back. I'm scared of them. There's probably a big poster up on my face. But Lenny tried to give me a protein bar this morning. There was a grenade bar, and I says, joking, like, I says, did you pay for it? And he was like, fucking right, I did. I says, don't want it no more. They don't taste the same when you pay for it. Now every time someone sees me with like a protein bar, they're like, fuck me, where did you steal that one? Fucking heavy, but like when I'm far away, the grenades probably like representatives or PRs for like grenade watching that going, fuck, that brought back. Apple Green fucking won't let me back.
But the way clips like that, you never know what one's gonna fucking take off.
I know, you never know. People have an interest in one. Like the shorts are the best. That they direct people to the podcast. Obviously, if they see a couple of good short clips, it's like that's funny. But there was one the other day we done about the skylines with the planes are making the fucking getting some dogs views in the comments, aren't they?
Who do you do that one with?
Paddy Barnes and we George Hughes. See the dogs views I'm getting. People are going,
awful,
fuck like, too many things there. Definitely not good for you. I don't even care about it. It's just a bit of crack.
Yeah, see when people say a short form clip too without any context or knowing that it's a bit of crack, like people will see 30 or 60 seconds of a 1 hour conversation and just go after you. One thing I've found with social media is it can be a very negative, it can be a very positive space, but it can also be a very negative space. Who would walk up to you in the street and just randomly give you dogs abuse or say you're a fucking clamp, whatever? But for some reason on social media, especially TikTok, because there's the anonymity, like
TikTok's the worst.
So people will just happily leave a comment, and it's almost like people want to engage in debate. But one thing I've noticed is you can't actually win a debate on social media, or you can't actually you just spend your time arguing back and forth.
I don't even reply to them.
No, sometimes I reply just to take the piss, but the majority of the time I don't. But I'm actually quite fortunate. Like I don't get too much, but like when you start doing podcasts, since it's an hour-long conversation and clips being uploaded without context, that's when people start to really have a go at you.
But like obviously, like how quick you grew, you probably expect people to be like, just throwing a wee fucking 10 pence in everywhere you go. I get it, and now people don't. Like this isn't even related to boxing or sport. And people always comment underneath it going, oh, you get beat up by such and such.
Yeah.
I'm going, you're a quitter. And I'm like, so?
I know.
No, I'm like, fuck off. It's nothing even to do with this whole fucking podcast.
Yeah, people, it's mad. It's
mad. One thing, I don't know if you've seen this. I've said this before on a podcast, but actually, when that grenade bar clip, someone tagged PSN.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah.
Like, that's what you're up against. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, the North is just such a small place, you know what I mean? And everyone's fucking, they don't know you. And I see the same people who you're arguing with, they're probably fake profiles, but see when you see them in person, you would never know who they are, but they'll probably stare at you.
Yeah,
Go, hey, can I get a photo of you?
Yeah. I've never really had a negative. Have you ever had a negative interaction in person?
Sorry to interrupt this episode, but I gotta tell you about my sponsor, That Praise Guy. Just looking there. It's Wednesday, the 16th of April, and they've done £48,227 in prizes today. Yes, one day, that amount of money. Get yourself onto their page, click the link, and get yourself in to win some big loot. Let's go. Nah, not really. It's probably not even negative coming from them, but I see it as negative because they're just full of shit. But people like tell me what to do when I'm boxing. We're drinking.
Oh yeah, that would drive you mad. Like,
fuck.
People that have never fucking fought in their lives.
I can't even get it. Like, I can't even like give them a time of day to even hear them out. I'm just like, lad, stop, just please. You don't even know what.
I don't think people that have never boxed realize how difficult it is as well. Like, you're numb to seeing like 12 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
See fucking 1 minute rounds when you're first, like when I boxed 1 minute rounds at the start, I would have been collapsing into the stool. And then once I got the 3-minute rounds, I said, "Fuck this."
Oh, I get it.
I'm aware. Like,
you made the right decision. Fuck this.
No.
This isn't.
I wasn't good enough to make something really of it, and I just love fucking drinking and going out partying too much. Like, so then I called it quits. Like, but I boxed for 10 years.
Who did you box for?
I boxed for Banbridge.
Oh, Banbridge, right.
I used to be down at Holy Trinity. I'm near sure you've took wee sessions and stuff.
Probably,
when I've been down sparring and you've just been floating about. But yeah, I boxed for 10 years for Banbridge. Like,
no, it's a good sport. Like, I think at juvenile level, it's definitely a sport that I think most people have either been involved in or should be involved in.
Yeah.
They come from here. Like, there's so many clubs, like in Ulster. There's so much clubs. Like in Belfast, I think there's 36 or 39 clubs or something like that. And Belfast is so small. So, like, everyone, that's what I mean by, like, on a night out, people may have been in a box club, but they've never boxed. Like, they've never fought at a decent level to tell you what you're doing right and wrong.
I know.
But I think, like, it's healthy for everyone to spend a wee bit of time in boxing for disciplinary reasons, but at least boxed for a few years. Like, you've boxed for 10 years, that's more than enough.
It humbles you, like, and it just shows you what's needed. And I find boxers usually have better, like, most of the time when people box, they don't want to get in fights and stuff because you know how to fight. You don't really have anything to prove. But yeah, I think boxing's definitely one of the best sports to get into from a young age. But fuck, when you get past 18.
Because you've got to fucking. It's not only do you have the element of like learning how to fight and learning how not to get hit. You also need to lose weight as a kid. I remember like being like 13. There's a photo of me, like an iconic photo of me, Mickey Hawkins has. There's loads of photos of me around the boxing gym, but he won't put this one up. But he loves it. And it's me when I'm 13, sitting with like a Longford top on, but underneath it is like a big silver sweatsuit, and I'm fucking like death. I'm just sitting here like. I could cry at that age. Like, I was only 13.
The weight cuts are rough. Like, it used to just be starving yourself and then get the big fry. But once I got to 16, I'm about fucking 91 kg, but I was fighting at 91 kg when I was like 15, 16 because the way it worked out, I was only about 86. But if I go down to 81, I have to fight Cian Tucker. I don't want to fight Cian Tucker, and I don't have to make weight. I'll win Ulster titles here at 91. So the last few years, luckily, I didn't have to make weight, but I wasn't even really in good shape or anything. I wasn't taking it seriously in the latter end of the career. I think
boxing's way behind. I actually had Stephen Floyd, my friend, on, nutritionist.
I know Stephen, yeah.
And he was like, we were talking about how far behind boxing is even now, and how far like the extent people go to cut weight. Paddy Barnes was a prime example of it. Like he fucked his whole body up over the years of just making weight the wrong way, and
because young boxers aren't even taught how to manipulate water weight. Like even at a light weight, you've got a kilo or two that you can get off, and just by cutting out carbs and reducing your salt and stuff.
Without actually wearing it, you don't need to wear a sweatsuit. Just cut out the fucking carbs.
People are wearing a sweatsuit 3-4 weeks out when it's literally doing them nothing at all.
I done it. I was guilty of it. I done it.
But it feels good to do. Like you're like, fuck, this is doing something.
Yeah, you feel good.
If young boxers just had a bit more education on like how to lose weight 4 weeks out, 6 weeks out, and then what to do the couple of days before, it makes their life much easier.
See if I knew, but like, see now, I never feel guilty being out of camp eating what I want, whereas before I always felt guilty because I knew the extremes I had to. But it was the wrong extremes.
Yeah.
I can eat what I want now. And now, because I can make weight so easy, because I was with Floyd for so long, I know exactly what I need to do. I know, like, I'm well clued in now.
Yeah.
With nutrition and calories and all the rest of it, macros, and just eating the right foods at the right time for recovery. And then, like, as you say, just cutting the water weight, cutting the salt, cutting, like, you don't even, like, the small sweet things, cutting out fibre, carbs, and just dropping the water so easily. Yeah. Now my fight week's enjoyable. Know what I mean?
When did you build that education? Only you started your pro career?
When I turned pro.
So you were going to Commonwealth Games and all as an amateur?
We were on the Irish team, and we had I wouldn't name anyone, but we had nutritionists there that were just like, they were useless.
Yeah.
They're obviously well qualified, but they just didn't want to put the work in. Like for boxers specifically, athletics would have got a lot of attention and like a lot of the right nutrition. We were just like.
The thing is, well, obviously there's a lot that goes into it, but seeing a 5 or 10 minute conversation with a boxer that is making weight the wrong way, you can completely change it. It's not that difficult to change their perception of what they need to do. Right, you need to control your calories 4 weeks out. Here's what to do. 3. You don't even know why. You don't need to know why you're doing it, but you just being told that would help massively.
Big time, and see for a while. See, I still know this for a fact because I was prime example. I didn't trust it. So before I was telling me to do it, I was like, nah, I can't do that. He's like, Sean. Like, that's what the very start of my pro career. He's like, Sean, trust me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking 3 kilos over here for it. He's like, 3 kilos is fuck all you drop. And I was like, and then like eating a steak, he was like, just have 4 eggs, a 4-egg omelette with cheese on it for your breakfast. This is fight week. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even eat 4 eggs all day usually.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, trust me, have 4 eggs for your breakfast and then have a salmon fillet. And something for your, like, a salmon fillet and fucking...
Just all fat and protein.
Yeah. Like. And I was like, I'm not eating twice one day for it. And he like, let alone one day, I wouldn't eat twice in 1 week. And he was like, trust me. And then over, like, the course of 2 or 3 fights doing that, and just seeing, and it wasn't even dry, taking the salt out. And then I started to realise I was nibbling on wee bits of chocolate and all just get through the hunger. And then my mouth was always fucking bone dry. Yeah. And then when I cut out all that shit and just learned, like, honestly, it's so fucking easy now.
And see boxers fighting depleted too, like it's like that Eubank fight. I thought it was absolutely unbelievable because of the weight cut they had to do and the rehydration clause.
And he still performed.
He basically done a prep like a bodybuilder would do for a bodybuilder show, and then fought 12 rounds like that
at a high tempo.
My heart rate was like 120 the full fight, just because you knew. Fuck, he's done that weight cut with the rehydration clause. The first 2 rounds, Eubank, I thought, here he's done. And then he just came into it. Like,
you just wonder, like, it just goes to show you what your body's capable of, isn't it? Like, because I was going, can he sustain this? Like,
I didn't think he was going, but he did.
I think part of the tactics for Ben was to go out at that pace. He can't sustain this. There's no way he can sustain this. But it goes to show you, like, he had to do that weight cut. He done it. Obviously, he missed fucking weight by half an inch, which is a fuck off.
Fine $500,000 for it.
Fuck me, that's heavy, isn't it? And then he had to do the rehydration clause, which was £10 the next morning. But he still had 12 hours before he fought. Yeah. Minimum of 12 hours. Yeah. So what can he put into his body in them 12 hours? And if he does it right, without feeling bloated and fucked, it just goes to show you your body can recover and still fucking.
But the full thing was just cinema with Eubank Senior and all coming out. Like,
it was classic. I think Ben sort of. They were saying about a rematch, now he's saying no, he wants to fight Ryan.
I don't think you should have a rematch. I think they both sort of prove what's needed. I don't think they're not the same weight, and it's not safe what they done. It worked out well, and both of them came out of it unscathed. Like they're
healthy.
So I'd say one and done. Ben should fight for world titles at his weight.
Yeah,
and 100%. Should do that at his weight.
Because that's when money comes into it. See, when the catch weights and the big, like, it's just a big fucking circus with, like, their fathers fighting and then them's coming in fighting, and it's just like one for the books, but that's it. The books have seen it. Everyone's
because neither of them's won a world title, like.
Nah, exactly. So it's like fucking just go in there your rightful weight and prove that you're world level.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And just like fight proper fighters. But I can't really see, like, at the rightful weights, I can't see any of them in the world title.
Yeah.
Don't know why. I think even in that fight, none of them had the experience to just use a simple jab.
Yeah.
Like when someone's swinging and you're swinging back, you're probably both going to land. But if someone swings and you just put a jab out, the jab's going to beat the swing every day of the week. You know what I mean? But I suppose, like, that's me saying this now, but when I've been involved in fights myself, and people are always going to me, like, just move your legs, and you're standing there.
It's different when you're in there, like.
It's different when you're in there, like, and there's fucking, I think it was like 70,000 people there. Some massive. I was supposed to be on that card. I signed a contract to be on that card and it fell through the next day, fuck's sake.
Do you notice much of a difference when you're boxing? Obviously, you know how to box, but do you notice a difference in your performance and things that you technically know how to do when there's a big crowd or when there's a lot of pressure?
Well,
or do you just zone in? Like,
see the smaller halls, so see in the Ulster Hall, tactics out the window a lot of times because it's just so on top of you. Like, there's people on the balcony shooting.
Ulster Hall's great.
It's fucking a great atmosphere, like, but it's not good for like technical boxers because it's like.
I watched you fight there. How do you fight there? Have you fought a couple of pro fights there?
I've boxed there a few times. I've boxed like, I boxed about 4 times there in my pro career, like, and a few times in amateur. But it's a fucking serious atmosphere, like, and then like I've boxed in at their last one there was 17,000 people there in the Barclays Centre, like, and it was like you don't even pay attention to what's going on because everyone's so far away from the ring. Do you know what I mean? And you don't really hear anything, but in the Ulster Hall you can hear who's calling shit. Sometimes But see, when I'm fighting, I have a spot habit. See, like in the change room, we be listening to music and having a bit of crack and all, just being relaxed. And see, whatever a tune always stuck in my head. So see, when I'm in the ring moving though, I be singing.
Sing along.
I be singing along in my head. I'll never forget. I was fighting in the Ulster Hall. And I remember going back to the corner and all I was singing was Losing My Religion, Losing My Religion. It wasn't going to leave my head. And I was like, fuck me, I need to listen to another song here because this won't leave my head. The whole way it was only an 8-rounder. And I just remember going, fucking every round I'm moving here and all I'm singing in my head is Losing My Religion. But fucking good times. Hopefully I get back out again soon here. I was talking to you before, hopefully I get out in June and then again in August if all goes well. But just fucking, it's political. It's very political.
Yeah, pro boxing. There's so much that goes into it as well. It's not just a matter of the best fighting the best, or if you beat this person, you're going to be entitled to this. It's money and it's people that want to fight each other and it's how much you're getting paid. Yeah. Not straightforward, like. Big time. Not a straightforward way to make a living.
No, it's not. Fuck's sake, guy. That's I always say. I think it makes on a dartboard.
Yeah. Look, Littler.
Get him a dartboard and fucking Chinese. Here you go, son.
I used to sit in the pub with a pint watching it.
He holds all over the wall. you can do a plaster straight as well. So he can fix his mess up after he holds everywhere. Fucking Dervla going nuts. Fuck. What the fuck? There's holes off my walls.
Fuck, I got a dartboard there and there's just holes all over the kitchen door. They were watching it. It was last year when Littler was like, when he was only 16 or whatever. And I was like, I'd never watched darts, but I was like, fuck, this is actually really enjoyable to watch.
Class.
And then we got the dartboard and all. I actually went over to the final when Littler was playing Van Gerwen. Yeah. It was some crack. And I was like, fuck, I love darts. And then I just haven't watched it since then. Like, it's
I went there and watched one in Belfast that I watched it there. And Van Gerwen played Littler again. And fucking unbelievable atmosphere. Like,
you know what's good about darts, though? You can't get robbed. Either you hit the fucking
hit
thing
the target or you don't.
Yeah. It's right straight down the middle. Like.
Oh, exactly. If you hit the numbers and that's it. There's no there's no controversial decisions on it. You know what I mean?
It's mad how that can just turn someone into a superstar. Like darts was big, but it wasn't like no one really paid that. There wasn't like the darts stars were big in the darts world, but now look, Littler's actually
he's took it to a whole new level, hasn't he?
Celebrity, like the amount of
fucking everyone's like, oh, like, just took it to a whole new level. It's been good for darts, and then the atmosphere, like when I went to the Odyssey to watch it was unbelievable. Just fucking everyone dressed up as chickens and
I was a fucking
Christmas suits and everything.
I was a traffic cone, like 2 traffic cones.
I didn't dress up, but I was like, fuck.
Oh, you're a dick.
I slapped in. I was like, someone invited me, like from at GEM, I think there's something. The batting company invited me down, and I brought my father-in-law, and we went down, and I started seeing people walking through city centre dressed up. I was like,
nah, when you see someone at the darts and they're not dressed up, you're just thinking,
I slapped in. I was like, fuck's sake. It was my first time at the darts, so I didn't know what to expect. So next year I'll be dressed up as something fucking.
It's a full big thing, like, it was a serious day out. Serious day out.
Just dress up as a big dartboard, cause me throwing stuff at you. Oh, fucking good crack. If you like to ever see the what do you call it, film? Wait for Wall Street to get 3 midgets and they're throwing them at they're sticking to a dartboard. Travel follies all over the place, fuck's sake. It's a great sport, like, and for what it is, like, obviously it's a lot of people would argue it's not a sport, but there's it's obviously not an athletic sport, but there's different types
of sports. It's like mentally, they need to train themselves mentally, because even though they don't need to be in shape or anything, if you're a boxer and you train really hard and you're someone that you're gonna beat, you're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna beat them. Whereas with darts, like, you can just be having an off day and then you get in your own head and then the crowd and all's going like, and then to win you have to get it in the double to win, and that could be for a fucking. That's mad.
Like, if you think of if your heart rate increases the slightest wee bit, like you're gonna be like, there's gonna be a wee bit of movement around the hand as well. The steadiness is gonna leave and the rhythm of your everything's gonna leave. It's fucking insane. It's mad to think that when you look at a dartboard, it's very easy to go, fuck, I could do that. Until you get a dartboard.
Until you get one.
And there is holes all over the wall.
And the door's fucked.
Fucking places racked. Fuck's sake. But we had it. I always told this story last time. We had like a wee fake dartboard years ago. And my brother was messing about, throwing darts at it. And he whacked, the wee rim, the wee steel rim that goes around. He threw it, messing about. And the dart hit off the rim and went in behind the door. And we used to mess my brother, but my other brothers, 3 of us, and he says he reached down the back of the door for the dart, and he grabbed out a big pair of shitty trunks. I was like, what the fuck's that? And he threw it, and no messing about. He says my dog Ronald called it, thought it was a frisbee. And so we always called my brother Shady Hole, messing about, but it was only an old fucking joke, like, but it fucking still to this day, that story gets told once a year, Christmas time, and everyone's like, it's a fucking classic. Paddy Barnes loves it, so I was on, he always writes to me, like, on this, say that story. He thinks it's true. It's not true. Like,
it's not true.
It's just made up. It's a bit of crack, like, but fucking brilliant. Is there any other, like, would you have any goals of, like, competing in another sport?
So I would do, I'm signed up to a marathon here, Berlin Marathon, in September, so I want to do that. And then when I quit boxing, I didn't really do any sports for a few years. I was just drinking, uni, sniffing loads of gear and stuff, like, just a rackhead. For a while, but it was at uni, so it was fine. But then after a while, like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, what I'm doing? I used to be decent level boxer, was quite well known just for being someone that was into sports, into fitness, and I was like, people just know me for partying and stuff now, so I wanted to sort of get my shit together there. And then that's when I just got into just going to the gym again and lifting weights and then getting myself in shape. And then after a while of doing that, I started doing a bit of CrossFit. Actually seen Paddy Barnes has been in a few CrossFit competitions.
He's just a human beer keg. He's just a wee fuck.
I don't really, like, I'm not like, oh fuck, I love CrossFit and I want to compete and do this. I do it because I like the crack. You're training with people, it's in a group classes and stuff like that. So I do a bit of that, bit of high rocks, and I've started doing a bit of running here just because I want to run a marathon to see what time I can run it in, because everyone's running marathons now. But it could be one and done, or I might do more. But I'm meant to be Berlin in September. Meant to be doing Manchester half here in a couple of weeks. But, like, big enough lads, so I'm not like wouldn't be naturally a long distance runner, but I do that for a bit of crack. But at the minute, in terms of sports and stuff like that, that's it. I just do it for enjoyment, do it to keep the head right. But I wouldn't box again. Fuck that.
Fuck that. Maybe an old fucking charity event.
White collar or something.
My brother done the marathon the other day. My wife was supposed to do it on a relay. Mm-hmm. There was 4 others in the gym. Her mum actually took part in it as well. And I stepped in to take her place because she couldn't do it no more. So I was meant to start in Dunkern Gardens, which is Antrim Road. So I was meant to do the last 5.5 miles just now. It's fuck all to me. So I was like, I'll just fucking go over and do it. But it was at a wedding the night before. So it was on the rip till like fucking 6 in the morning. And I says to Dartboard, right, I'm going to give me a line tomorrow. I'll wake her up about 9:30. She came in and woke me up at like 9:30. I was like, right, come on, I need to get you over to Dunkern Gardens in East Belfast, or North Belfast. I was like, right, fuck, peel myself out of bed, get in the shower, like, fuck my, why did I sign up this, like, and we couldn't get out. We live in Finicky, so we live beside the Dadnish, but as we pulled out, it was like it was about 11 o'clock, and that's when all the traffic started coming, like all the people just bypassing, and there was cones in my street, and they were like, you're never getting out here for next 45 minutes, like 50 minutes easy. There's going to be just people coming. And I was like, fuck, how am I getting over here? I was like, look, man, she need to fucking let us out here because I need to get to North Belfast. I'm supposed to be, and she was like, you're not getting out. So I just went, Dervla, fuck it. I was still fucked. I was still a wee bit half cut, and I jumped out of the car and legged it and ended up running 12 mile.
Oh, fuck, you ran over there? I thought you were saying you were just going to go back to bed.
Because I had to get the baton, so I had to meet one of the people who was doing that leg, who was in the relay team, run by, and I was like, I'm going to miss this. He's going to meet someone else, and then he's going to run on. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just leg it. So I caught up with him, ran with him down till the Falls Road. He handed the baton over to someone else, and I just ran for 12 mile. Like, and
did you have gels? No.
Nothing.
No gels,
no food, no breakfast, no nothing. So I thought it was only, and I didn't have a right footwear on. I just whacked a pair of fucking New Balance Scotties on.
Was that not disgusting? Like,
it was alright. It was actually alright. I was surprised how easy it was, like, for the condition I was in, and not having no gels, no breakfast or nothing. And
I can't run one.
But do you know what it was?
Even 2 days after the drink, like, you feel fucking.
I don't even know if a hangover kicked in yet. Yeah, but see, when I stopped, I was like walking for it, and I was like, "Fuck me, get me a pint." That's all I like, get me a pint, and but like, I think when I remember like running into the waterworks, and I was like, "Fuck, my mouth's bone dry here," and it was like, but the buzz around a marathon. I had no ambition ever doing a marathon. I've never took part in any marathon. That's the first time ever, and I'll definitely do another one, like, because see the atmosphere of just people queuing up.
My dad on Belfast last year, and that at the time I wouldn't even have been thinking about running one, but when he done Belfast and just seeing all the people come together, I was like, fuck, I really would love to do this, because it's all people just supporting strangers that they don't even know, people running for charities. I think it's a really cool setup.
Powerful.
And 42.2k is fucking serious.
You ran 50k with Chris, didn't you?
I'm like, so fucking Chris texts me and goes, I've only been running 4 weeks, starting to train for this marathon, and he goes, I'd seen his the things that he'd done. I was like, fuck, here, that looks good crack, I'd do one with you sometime. Bear in mind, I'd only done a 5k with him twice. And then the next week he texts me, do you want to do 50k? I goes, absolutely not, mate. I've been training for 4 weeks. I'm not running 50k. And he goes, don't be a pussy. I goes, all right.
Oh. Right, you have me.
So I sat in the car and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it, because it's like, it probably wasn't the best idea. I'd never recommend the client or something to do it, but I just thought it would be an enjoyable experience, and to do it with Chris, he's just a fucking great lad.
He's very positive, and
see the first time I met up with Chris, just from the get go, we were just having the crack the full time.
He's a brilliant fella.
No, he's a great lad. So we done the 50k, and the first half of it, 25-30k, was grand. And then I was thinking, fuck, I'm in Uri here, and I still have to run the full way back to Scarva. And I was like, fuck this. And we got to a marathon, and after you've done a marathon and you've still 8k to go, the last 8k was atrocious.
And the wee video clips that sort of breaks it down each stage. And I remember like going to the halfway mark, and you were sweet, you were still positive and stuff.
It was all sunshine and rainbows and laughing and joking. And the last 8k, fuck, it was torture. But he could have done another 50k.
Fucking hell.
And I see at the start of the week, he done 100k, and then he done 20k the next day. He does his 5k every day, And then the Saturday, he done 5K in the morning, 20K in the evening, and then 50K with me the next day.
Insane, isn't it? Like, just the males getting their legs, like.
Yeah.
There's only so much, like, fucking your legs can take, I believe. But so loads of people were like, my brothers in a running club and a couple of Emmons were like pacers, and they were like they done like a sub-3 marathon the week before, they done a sub-3 marathon. I was like, what? Like, but they all look about 100 years of age.
Yeah.
They all look old. I'm like, fuck that, it's just wear and tear on the body.
Yeah.
Like. And
but you get addicted to it. Like.
That's exactly it. Yeah. And always says I'd never had ambition, never done. I was like, a marathon doesn't appeal to me one bit. And I've been there and stood in the crowd watching, cheering on, but being involved in it was different. Yeah. It was classy. Like, there's fucking bands playing and orchestras and everything, fucking as you're running down the Armour Road. And
the London one too, there's literally someone there just cheer the full time.
Unbelievable. Like, it's just fucking, so it's, because I was sort of the same with High Rocks. I'd done a High Rocks in Malaga, and now I'm like, I want to do another one.
Meant to be doing High Rocks fucking Cardiff here at the end of the month too. But I haven't really been training properly for High Rocks. Meant to be doing the pro doubles. They see that fucking sled's like 200 kg.
The pro weights would be happy because I'm built like a long cash roll up. Fuck's sake, I'm skin and bone. So
did you do the doubles or singles?
I done the mixed doubles, but it was it was just male weights, but it wasn't like pro weights. We done like 105. I actually done it with Pete Taylor's wife. She's fit enough. She's quite fit. But it's good because when she I think we're running like 4:30 average for the 1Ks, and that's a break for me. That's like my rest. So but whenever we went in each station, I was starting it and finishing it. So she was getting a break coming back from runs and getting a break before we started the runs. You know what I mean? So it sort of worked out well. But I had never trained for whenever I was obviously just fit from training.
Yeah. But the High Rocks is cool. It's a good buzz. It's like, there's a big shift now from people that are like just drinking and going out and partying and stuff to people that are into marathons and High Rocks. High Rocks gets a good bit of stick in that, but I think working towards any sort of event that anyone could do, like anyone could do a High Rocks if they train for it, working towards that and then going and doing it in the day, I think the full thing is just good to do. Like,
I think it's accessible to general pop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whereas like CrossFit's more skilled and more tactical. A lot of tactical. You need to be an athlete basically to win it.
It takes a long time to learn all the skills and stuff like that.
So like for like people who, like you say, just want to fucking change their lives, that's why I don't understand why it gets a lot of stick. That's just people like, I got a bit of stick from a few of my mates going, oh, you're running your top off and all the High Rocks, it's not High Rocks unless you run your top off. I'm like, fuck's sake, leave people be. If they want to, I wasn't running my top off, I'm too skinny, first of all, to even take my top off.
See the thing with that too, like there's a lot of people that will run with their top off and it's a pure ego thing, but see when you're roasting,
that's all you want to do.
See when you take your top off, you get an extra bit of a boost.
Exactly.
Like, it's
like freedom.
I'm
free. The way like fuck empty the tank, like be like Tommy Fury when we finish that tank. But people just fucking always have something to say, don't they? Like, it's just even like obviously in my, like, for boxing for me is like I box at the pinnacle, like the top end of the sport, but I wouldn't see the semi-pro fights. No, I love them. I wouldn't, like, I know people go to me, what do you think about these? What do you think about Jake Paul? I'm like, fucking class. Yeah. Brilliant. Fair play to them. Like, take some balls, go in the ring no matter what level you box at. Yeah. White collar, it's probably worse for them than it is for me.
White collar, semi-pro, all that stuff, it's cool. Even the likes of fucking Jake Paul, fair play to him, he trains. The only thing I can't stand is the low-level influencer boxer in the press conferences and stuff like that. It's disrespectful. That think that they are like actually really, really good, and they're talking like they're really good, and they're the world. What's the fuck's the world champion of misfits?
I know, like, it's not even.
It's doesn't exist, like. So stuff like that, I'm not really a big fan of that. But the likes of Jake Paul and that, fair play to them.
They're getting in against fighters. Obviously, I don't agree with what Jake Paul's saying. I'll be a canal and all. That's just clout. He's just clout chasing. You know what I mean? And people need to see that for what it is. People can't go, he doesn't actually believe he's going to be a canal, even though he's fucking twice the size of him. But like, that's why he's saying it. He's just saying it to get clout from boxing fans, because that's the ones who
he knows how to farm attention. That's 100%. What he's good at, and that's what he's done. And people laughed at him at the start, but he done it. And like even him when he was fighting Tommy Fury, it was a massive fight. Like, big time. I fucking bought the pay-per-view and all. I didn't tell anyone at the time, but I was like, fucking want to watch this to see what's happening. Like,
that's the way the boxing world goes, isn't it? It's like you want to see. It's like two big personalities. He's saying, beat a boxer. Tommy Fury is a boxer, but I mean it was close. It was close.
The thing with boxing though, like boxing, unless it's a really really good fight, if you don't know anything about the fighters, it's not actually the most entertaining to watch. If you don't know anything about the fighters' average fight, what makes boxing good is the storyline. Like that Eubank fight, the storyline behind it, and knowing it, and if you know that boxer said he's going to do that, and that one said he's going to do that, and then you're seeing it happen right in front of your eyes, that's what people buy into. And it's a great thing for entertainment. It's probably not a good thing for fighters, especially if you're not that sort of person that can create the storyline and be big on the press conferences and stuff like that. But that's what really, it's the entertainment factor. Like
it's like telling people you're going to do something, people are going to pay into what. Can I do it? Will he do it? It's like people like Mayweather. Mayweather was like probably the most boring fighter ever, but everyone fucking tuned in to watch him. Yeah. Because he was unbeaten and he was telling people like he's gonna win easy. Yeah. And he did. He always people tuned in to watch him lose. Yeah. Can he lose? Will he lose? Yeah. Pacquiao will beat him. Ricky Hatton will beat him. It was just every big name.
McGregor will beat him.
It was just mad, and it's the same thing why so many people tuned in yet. Because I remember at the time there was talk of like, will McGregor kick him? Will McGregor do something? And do you know what I mean? That's people are like they want to find out what the fuck he's gonna bring to the table. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. As mad as he is, fuck's sake, running for president. Fuck's sake, you're trying to run for president anyway. You're getting nowhere near it. Ireland's going to the dogs as it is, for fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, you've Jerry Hutt running for fucking president, and then you've McGregor. Fuck me. What's the MT going head to head for president?
It's like a big episode of South Park. Like if you even look at half of the stuff that's happening, if you said that this would be happening a few years ago, you wouldn't even have thought that you would have been like, nah, you're talking shit. But it's like
it just goes to show you the influence social media has. And
social media is a huge influence, because if you think about it, people used to get all of their information from the news. The BBC News. Now no one watches the news. No, especially the younger generation. Everyone gets their information from social media, and that can be a good thing and a bad thing, because it's very easy to get put into an echo chamber in social media where you're only following people with a certain opinion, and then all of your opinions are based on what they're saying. Whereas I think it's good to even follow a variety of people, maybe that you don't agree with as well, to get different opinions. I feel like as society as a whole can be very one-sided and stuff like that now, but I think that it is a good thing that everyone has a voice and a platform, and you're not just relying on one news platform or whatever it happens to be. But I also think that you need varied sources of information and listen to a wide variety. Even when I look at it from a fitness standpoint, like I'll listen to podcasts from people that I disagree with to do with nutrition or weight loss, just to see where they're coming from. And if someone does if they're looking to have a debate with me about this or something that I said, what are they saying? Let me listen to what they're saying, and then I can have my opinion based on that. But I've always enjoyed listening to just everyone, like.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was saying before on this, I actually get my news. I get all my news from Twitter. So in the morning, I go up and see what's happening.
I had to delete Twitter,
but I click on Twitter, and then if someone like say something's trending or something, I go, what happened here? I would click on, and then read it, and then click on the actual post to see who's replying, because people are so fucking argumentative on Twitter that they argue back and forward about different points, and I'd be like, fuck, I don't really know what the fuck's on here.
Twitter's awful.
Well, at least I have a fair idea of what's going on, but I don't know what fucking say them on here.
Twitter's awfully negative, like that's why I had to get rid of it. I have Twitter just on my Safari, so then I'll go on to it when there's boxing or something on. Like I'll go on. Like last time I went on, it was that Jack Catterall fight, and I was typing in, and then everyone was just talking about you. Like, Sean McComb should have fucking beat them both. But I'll use Twitter for if it's good if something's happening in that moment and you want to see what people are saying about it. But fuck, social, like Twitter is very political, so it can be very negative. So if you're going on to a social media platform and it's just draining you every time you go on it, I'm like, fuck that.
I don't go on it that often. I'll like click through in the morning just to see what's like. If it's something that interests me, maybe trending, I'll go, what's he trending for? And then see what's happening, see what they actually done. And I see, like, because I've fucking gone that TikTok, man, it was all just. I don't scroll on TikTok ever. Like when Ryan told me, I posted the thing about the fucking the chemtrails in the sky, then I never clicked back on my TikTok for like 5 hours, and then or Instagram. I was just busy doing stuff all day, and I don't scroll, but he texted me saying, "Did you see these comments?" And it wasn't until later on that night I was like, "Fuck, I've just go on there and have a look," and I was like, "Fuck, that's why I don't scroll for." It's just fucking chaos.
I'd look at my Instagram comments a lot, but I don't really check TikTok. I don't really post on TikTok that much either anymore. TikTok's good for reaching a large amount of people, but you're always going to have your more connected community on Instagram because they're consistently seeing your posts. But TikTok's what I started on. That's what I actually was not going to do it at the start. My mate was doing a few videos and that, and then he was like, "Oh, you should post." I done YouTube at the start, like just YouTube videos. It was lockdown. I started, and my mate's like, "Oh, you should post on TikTok." I goes, "Mate, I'm not posting on fucking TikTok. You mad?"
I know.
People dancing and all, and then I posted on it, and then I was like, "Fuck, there's something here," like because the videos were just see during lockdown there was an imbalance in the creator to consumer ratio. Everyone downloaded TikTok during lockdown, and they didn't post on it. Everyone posted on Instagram and stuff. So anyone that was posting videos during lockdown, they had a much higher chance of going viral. So I didn't really have a fucking clue what I was doing at the start. I was just posting random shit, but it was doing well, and then I sort of figured it out from there. But I'm quite lucky that I got into TikTok when I did. I figured it out, like, because even like the top people in my industry at the time were like James Smith and people like that, but he wasn't doing short form content. It was all like IGTVs. So I was one of the first like people in that space that actually got into short form because my mate just told me to, and I was like, fuck it.
Me. You went there and met him. So a few people says to me, I was doing during COVID, I was doing like boxing demonstrations in Irish, like because I speak fluent Irish. My wife works for Irish TV, so I was doing like the fucking like Instagram TV, the wee posts on that. But I had like a series going, like a 5-hang series, and they were getting good reach. But people wanted to put them on TikTok and like make them shorter clips. And I was like, fuck, I don't even know how to work TikTok. I didn't have a TikTok. I actually only had it downloaded TikTok about a year and a half ago. And I made one about a year and a half ago, but this during lockdown, everyone was like, you needed to put them on TikTok because kids, loads of kids are on TikTok and they're off school and this will be good. Can't remember who it was telling me, but I remember someone saying, see, videos you're putting on Instagram, there'll be class for kids who aren't getting the boxing club. And they'll take wee bits away, just break every combination.
Did you put them on TikTok?
I didn't do it, but see if I had them, I would have fucking blew up. I know because it was getting good reach on Instagram, and they were long, they were like fucking 4-minute videos. So I slapped in on that. I didn't have a mate to tell me to do it. Fucking did. But no, but fucking it's just one of them platforms that can just go in any direction. Like it's fucking mad because like there's the shit on the eyes mad. Like it's not even worth watching. So I mean the shit I'm watching, I go, what the fuck's this shit? My wee lad, every time he gets my phone, he's 4. I want to watch TikTok, man. Watching TikTok, I mean, the fuck was cursing all. Watching Peter Griffin and South Park and all. Just fucking suck my balls. All what? Give me a phone. He never gets my phone. He always gets his fucking Dartboard's phone, and all I hear is suck my balls, Mr. Carson or something. I'm like, what? Give me a phone. And I wonder why he's nearly getting fucked out of school. He's only 4. He's in there, so they're trying to throw him out. I'm going, fuck's sake, what sort of damn man? That the year.
But it's on a serious note though, like young children now are just exposed to so much that you would never have been exposed to at that age in terms of what they're seeing and all on online and on social media, and a lot of them are like it's just saying like
my wee lad knows rightly when I say I'm not getting TikTok, goes why because there's bad words on it, I'll skip by them. You'll not. You're 4. You're not in primary 1 yet. You'll fucking do nothing. Then people be texting me going, because I put videos up on all the time, I go, fuck, he's funny, and I go, he's a fucking pest. He is a pest, but they were like, you need to get him his own Instagram or his own. I'm like, get the fuck's sake, come on here, like no, it'll be a comedy gold. I'm like, I don't go, fuck, he's not a product. He's my son. Fuck's sake. I just give you a wee 10 seconds of what I have to deal with. You aren't getting the full fucking Facebook or Instagram of them. That's like, but people do it. Other parents make their kids Instagram and all, make their dogs Instagram.
I know. That's mental.
It's nuts.
The dog's Instagram.
Oh, absolutely.
I think my sister's made one for my dog years ago. Stopped using it.
Dog scrolling. Imagine walking on Monday and your dog sitting for a cup of tea scrolling down Instagram. What are you doing? Woof woof. But I remember one of your things you put up your week, or like you were talking, I think you done like a video transcript or something, but you just have music playing over the whole time, and you only were starting out, I found that so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Scott has literally spoke for over a minute.
Yeah.
And you can't hear a word he's saying. It was just as we tune play in the background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because when you put the fucking music on the slide log, it mutes the clip, like. So I was like, this is the first clip that I uploaded to my fucking YouTube. Look how shit it was.
Yeah, it's like,
I was like, fuck it.
The consistency that you've shown paid off, because if that was me, I go, I get so frustrated over stuff like that. I would just go, I can't do it. Can't do it, just give up, aren't I?
Yeah.
But you've obviously like grinded it out and figured it out.
Yeah. No, that over the years, just that didn't have this mad goal or intention to gain millions of followers, and it was never what I wanted from the start. It just naturally happened. It was a byproduct of posting content, figuring out what works on socials, and then leaning into that. And like, fuck, for a few years there, I would post every single day without fail. Every day, post, try and grow my business, do things. But now I've got this stage where I'm like, I'm fucking.
No, you've made it.
I'm happy enough.
Made it in terms of social media.
I don't like to say I've made it, but I've made it in terms of what I want from followers.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
money
mean. I don't
and
mean
all
in
that.
terms
Like,
of everything.
I'm just
in terms of like your platform.
I feel like people can get quite obsessed with like posting everything. Like every time they're out, right, I need to take a story of this, and if we're going somewhere, right, we need to make content, or for like everything becomes about content and social media. And for me, it's not something that's interested me from the start. I'd never wanted to be a fucking influencer or go to like influencer networking events. Like, fair play if you're into that sort of shit, but for me, it wasn't something that interested me. So now I like post when I want to, a couple of times a week, or run my businesses. I'm just happy enough. I'm just happy enough with what I've built.
I very rarely, I would post maybe twice a week, short clips, twice a week max, and then I look and I go, my whole Instagram now has just went from boxing.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
Just went. That's the way it's went, and I would only posted boxing when I was training, or like it wasn't. I would never video myself training, or if someone videoed me doing pads, maybe I'll put it up. But I've never actually fucking like been one of them ones who's obsessed on just posting everything I'm doing every day. I wouldn't even ask people for a photo at the end of training or in the sparring. People would like go, look at a photo. I go, I no sweat. But I wouldn't do it. I would go, get a photo. Like to prove they've done it. Fucking done it. I don't care what other people think. Oh, is he training? I know myself what I'm doing. And if I'm not training, I'm not. So fuck. At least someone can't say you mustn't be training because you haven't posted this week.
That's the thing. And then you feel like you need to show everything that you're doing once you start it. Like, if I'm posting my training and then I'm not posting it, people are going to think that I'm not training. Yeah, it's mad. But a lot of boxers now will actually be able to get ahead in terms of the fights and the money that they make by social media 100%. Too. So it's a double-edged sword.
I would any advice I would give the kid growing up now, I would say like get big, get talking, get out there on social media. Exactly. If you're good, do it. Like even if you're not good, you may end up falling the misfits. And making money off that.
As I said, I've got to the stage now where it's not a major stress in my life, but I'm so glad that I've done it. Yeah. I'm so glad that I was obsessed with it for a while, to post every single day, because that made me what I am now. It gave me the businesses that I have, the freedom that I have to travel. So I think it's just important to get that, that when you get to a stage that when you do have enough, you're like, I'm happy enough, I can cruise here. Whereas some people never get to that stage. But don't get me wrong, to anyone listening that is thinking about starting social media or posting content or putting yourself out there in any way, shape or form, don't listen to me saying, I only do it a few times a week now, it's not a major, because I've spent the years done it. So like going all in with something like that at the start, it can completely transform your life. It's mad.
Ryan Curtis was on last week and he was saying he's texted you a few times asking because he wants to grow, because he wants to help people too.
And he's got such an incredible story that he will, like I was telling mates, talk about your story, just talk, like it doesn't have to be anything complicated, just get content up and talk. But he'll do really well from it, like
100%,
because he's just inspirational when he talks, like, and when he's on podcasts.
100%. Like he was he's always been a good friend of mine, and he's actually staying at my house at this weekend. He's come with we're going to go to the Paul Hughes fight together, but he's like, what he has is very unique. It can only inspire people because of what he's came through, and like to see him now and like see him walking and smiling and laughing, and just it's very easy for people to just give up. Yeah. And
from the start,
he inspires so many people.
But he just had that mindset from the start. He's like, no, 100%. Fuck this. I will get back 100%. There. And I'm going to.
Because when we went into the hospital to see him, he was literally fucking. He couldn't move, but he was still he was talking completely normal. This is insane, because it was the first time I've seen someone like that. And we all heard it. All our mates were like, "What the fuck happened to Ryan?" And then and he's like, "Oh," so we went down to visit him. and he was just completely normal from here up, talking, telling us everything what happened, and he can remember this happening, and he remember that happening, and I was like, it's like completely normal, and he can't even move a finger anymore. But the last time I seen him was like 5 days ago, and he was normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, but even then, in that position, when it had just happened, he was like, no, I'll be on my feet again, like, I'll be walking again. And I was like, I know you will. Yeah. I know you will. Like, when the minute he said it, it was like believable. Even when he was saying it to me, it's very easy for someone to go, fuck, the doctors are saying he's never going to walk. Yeah. I don't know what the doctors were saying at this stage, but I remember all the lads going like, oh, he's fucked here, like. Yeah. And then Rand says to me and my brother went to visit him, and he was like, no, I'll walk. I'll definitely be on my feet again, like. And when he said it, I believed it. I was like, I know you will. Just from the way you said that, you fucking know it, and I know it. So it's like, it's inspiring. And even if he was this to talk himself through, like, if he was to put up wee 30-second videos of himself talking like that every day, people would be like...
That's a prime example of someone that can use their social media for something so positive. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people that use social media just for their own good or just for their ego or whatever, but see people hearing his journey, they'll be able to relate it back no matter where they're at their point in life, even if it's unrelated to like physical injuries or anything. Like, fuck, if he got through that, and he's sitting there being this positive, this thing that I'm going through, I can fucking do it too.
See, when I was on that 12 mile in the marathon, that's actually like Ram Curtis would give anything to be in that position. Right? Exactly. And that's when I was running through waterworks, and I was like, Ram Curtis would give, and he's a good close friend of mine, and he would give anything to be in my position right now, to be as mobile as I am right now. So don't even dare fucking playing. My feet were blistered off me, but I was like, don't even dare go playing. And I didn't. I just fucking jogged on. I was just like thinking of him and how far he's came. So he inspires me, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's class to see, like. But as you say, he wants to grow his social media to help people. So I think if you're doing it, people want to grow it for themselves. But even like people who, like, your social media is never for yourself. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, people don't document their whole life on social media just for themselves, because you'll always have the memories. You're actually doing it for all people all the time. So if you're doing it to help people, it'll grow bigger. And
that's the thing people need to realise. What like, a lot of people complain their page isn't growing or whatever, but what's other people getting out of your page? What value you're providing them? Because the only reason anyone will follow anyone is because of what it does for them as a follower. Even people that do post their full life, some people relate to them, some people find them funny. You have to have something to offer people if you want to grow your page, and if you want to get reach. But everything that I've done on social media, every single post, like, right, what is this going to do for someone else? How is it going to help someone else?
Yeah, well, I remember your I think one of your videos might have been during lockdown or just at the end of lockdown, about the bread, eating bread every meal, was it, for a week? Yeah. And you dropped, was it?
It was a wee while after lockdown. It was actually just a couple of years ago. I done the sandwich challenge, 30 days. I only had sandwiches for 30 days. Just to show that you like, so it's all well and good.
Because I used that in our gym, our members. I was like everyone, like the amount of girls, especially girls, going like bread. Like, just watch this.
But it's all well and good just saying it. Oh, you can eat carbs, you can eat bread. I was like, fuck this. I'm documenting every single sandwich that I eat, and like that's probably when I had the most people like approach me, because they had something to talk about. You know the way someone will see you and they might not approach you because they don't know what to say. Everyone would, like, if I was in Tesco, oh, what fucking sandwiches are you getting today? Everyone's calling me sandwich boy, like. But that was great crack. That was a fun experiment to do, because that sort of embodied everything that I talked about and put it into a fun, practical experiment. But things like that are fun. I've done the sandwich challenge, done the wrap challenge, done the potato challenge. Yeah. So
just all like different forms of carbs.
Just the same message, but
like it's the same message, but it's different. Like, because people have this persona that you can't eat bread, you can't eat this, you can't. But it just proves that you can and still fucking. Because Tyrone McCulloch, I don't know if you know Tyrone McCulloch. I know he boxed. He fucking.
Does he box anymore?
Nah, he's retired. But see, when he boxed, he would have been another extremist of dropping weight. That's why he's such a good runner. He can run like 10k in 31 minutes.
Serious?
Fucking freak. Absolute freak. And he's just ran his whole life. With sweatsuits on. And he's a tremendous runner, like. But he used to have this thing called the sad diet. A sandwich a day. That's all he would eat. One sandwich every day for like 6 weeks. And I, like, honestly, maybe just nibble on something else, but like that was what he done.
Like in camp? In camp. To make weight?
Sandwich a day. He called it a sad camp. Sandwich a day, sad camp. And I was like, fuck me, that's probably why he's retired now, like, just to fucking, but he would blow up massive and then cut load and then blow up, and he's done that through his whole, like, I remember.
It can be good for you, that, like.
See, as an amateur boxer, it's a lot harder in terms of the approach to losing weight, because you can't, it's very hard to drop weight dramatically on fight week, because you have to weigh in again if you win. Yeah. So if we go to World Championships, we weigh in, the draw's made, you fight. Once you win, you fight the next day, you have to weigh in the next morning. Yeah, so they're dropping. That
was fucking brutal.
So Tyrone was dropping like 5 kilos in 2 days, putting 5 kilos back on, fighting, having to lose again the next day. And now we do that as a pro once. Like I would drop 5 kilo in 2 days as a pro, taking fibre out, taking carbs out, taking salt out, and just letting the water flush out. And it's an easy session. But I'm only suffering once. Yeah. See, if I thought for 1 second I had to redo that again another day, because I would just fucking call it quits. Yeah. I couldn't just stand that.
No, fuck
so that's where it all goes wrong. But sandwich a day, fuck me, what a that. Don't try that one. Do not document that one. You fucking end up fucked.
I was on 4 sandwiches a day, like that one day.
It's plenty. Keep me bucking. I could eat a sandwich every meal. That's my favourite food to eat. Say if we're going out anywhere to eat, is a sandwich.
So you can put anything in a sandwich, literally anything you want in between bread. It's beautiful creation, like, isn't it?
The old school, my fucking dad would just grab, like, he don't even butter it, just dry, like a hill of a bread. He just fucking throw, like, fucking immense pan it. I'm like, what? When he just, fuck.
I seen Carl Frampton talking about it. What was he saying? A sausage roll and something else. He was at something, sausage roll inside a fucking bap.
No, that's what they do in Belfast. He's not there.
I've not had a sausage roll inside a bap. No.
A sausage roll bap. No. That was a common thing we all eat up here.
I never had one.
I was in the bakery yesterday getting like a Belfast bap, and my brother came in. He was working, and he was like, "Fuck me, what's up?" And he was like, "Give us a sausage roll bap." First thing he ordered was a sausage roll bap. People do it, sausage roll bap with brown sauce.
I have to try a sausage roll bap now.
Great. Tell me on the way down the road, you friend. When they go down, fuck, they fly everywhere. My son had a sausage roll.
Crumbles
everywhere. It's like a scratch card. Fucking flying everywhere. But listen, as we'll speak about your flying down the road, I'll let you get back to it. And I know you have a busy schedule, and I really appreciate you coming in. So thank you, man. It was a good chat.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.